Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wildcat basketball. We're down in Prescott, Wisconsin, and this is it's Survive on Highway 35 tonight, Melissa.
It is. Looking forward to this matchup between the Wildcats and the Prescott Cardinals. Thanks to all you out in Wildcat Nation for tuning in tonight.
Yeah, the Wildcats traveled about 10 miles southwest of town to take on not only one of the top programs in the area, but one of the best players in the state, and senior Bella Lenz. The 5'9" guard torched Somerset last year for 51 points, and this year she broke the all-time career school record for points and assists, and she did it in the same game against Durand earlier this year, Melissa.
That's right, Greg. Lenz is a special player, no question about it. We have a Zoom interview with the All-State guard Bella Lenz during halftime. So you're going to want to check that out, what she has to say. I heard she had an interesting answer to the 4 people she'd invite to dinner.
That she did.
Lenz has been averaging double figures since she was a freshman and will have close to 1,900 career points when it's all said and done this year.
That's right, Melissa. Lenz has some help, too. Coach Rob Radloff has a senior-laden team, and Nicole Dahlman, she already verbally committed to St. Kate's. She's averaging a double-double and leading the team in rebounding and also scoring almost 18 points a game. So definitely a dynamic duo here for the Cardinals. Wildcat center Taylor Caston is going to have her work cut out tonight.
2 other seniors, Tori Bank and Sydney Matzik, are big contributors as well. Bank has qualified for the state track meet for the last 2 years as a sprinter, and Matzik excels on the softball field for the Cardinals.
Yes, I was incorrect in the JV game. I was talking about Matzik going to the state in track, but it was actually in softball she did.
Okay.
And Bank went to the state in track for herself. Prescott is 7-2 on the season. Coach Ratloff's squad dropped a close one to Hudson. Hudson is the 7th-ranked team in the state, and that's with the big schools. And the Cardinals also lost to St. Croix Falls. Ratloff has been here in the Prescott program for 4 years, but this is his 2nd year as the head coach. He's originally from Glidden, Wisconsin, and he coached at Hayward and Rice Lake before moving down this way for work. Ratloff's in the electric meter business during the daytime.
The Wildcats will have a tough test tonight for sure. And once again, be sure to check out that Zoom interview with All-State guard Bella Lenz at halftime.
We're also going to have some Wildcat trivia at halftime, and you won't want to miss that, Melissa. It's a Name This Guy photo, and the guy looks like a cross between former Milwaukee Brewer Jimmy Gantner and Sean Cassidy.
Wow, I'm excited for that.
Do you remember Sean Cassidy?
I do.
We got about 3.5 minutes before the national anthem, and last night's game against Memorial, that Memorial won at the buzzer. Wildcats missed a couple shots at the buzzer to fall by 2 to that one. Last night's game was probably, if you were going to bring it back to we had the NBA on NBC theme music to start out tonight's broadcast, and last night's game would have been compared to probably a Celtics-Detroit Piston game in the maybe 87. Something like that, 88 maybe. Tonight's game is going to be a little Lakers-Celtics. It's going to be a little more fast-paced. Prescott's going to work the ball up the court and try to beat the Wildcats back, and that's, I think, going to be a big factor in tonight's ball game if the Wildcats can defend them not only on the half court but also get back and defend the basket on the fast break as well.
We've got 2:50 here left before we get our festivities underway.
Yeah, and while we're getting everything ready here, if you look up at your scoreboard on the bottom there, on the screen in front of you, we've got the River Falls girls basketball flat fan. So remember, if you have not gone out yet and purchased your flat fan, you have until tomorrow, I think, the 6th, right?
I think so, yeah.
So again, you can go to that helmerprinting.com/flatfans, enter that code RFGBB2020, and go ahead and get yourself sitting in the stands at the Wildcat Arena.
That's right. And we want to thank our sponsor, First National Bank of River Falls, Prescott, and on the University of Wisconsin River Falls campus for supporting River Falls sports. We wouldn't be here providing you this broadcast today. Our Wildcats are still online learning, and so they came back from winter break as I'm sure Prescott did as well yesterday, and they go back into the classroom next week a couple days a week. So I want to thank our teachers and administrators for all they're doing to bring education to our kids during this crazy time.
Yes, ma'am. Touche to that. Well, we've unofficially accepted a nickname for Mr. Josh Lassie. We're thinking now we could make some changes. We could do some tweaks, Melissa. But but Dave Garish piped in with the bearded balladeer.
I like it.
Josh is known region-wide, really in the tri-state area, as one of the best slow song love balladeers, ballad singers in the tri-state area.
The tri-state area.
His version of Poison's "Every Rose Has Its Thorn" is outstanding. You just want to almost start slow dancing.
No matter who's next to you.
That's right.
We've also got Jason Nesbitt, Coach Nezzy, tuning in from Cancun, Mexico.
Big Nezzy.
Bring back some sun, Coach.
Another real quick shout out here while we got about 40 seconds left. The Wildcats Athletic Booster Club. Again, remember to get out if you have not. Get out to their website, check things out, become a sponsor. It's a big piece of our program, all of our athletics program. So if you can support that, please go out and do so.
Thanks, Justin.
Prescott fans are on their feet, I assume, cheering for the Cardinal Rouser.
I think so. They're clapping. I don't see anybody singing.
Emily Van Osdale and Cheyenne Wilson are recording the game for the Wildcats to watch some film later.
Good version of the national anthem.
Yeah, I got a little excited. I thought that was their anthem when they did the Rouser, and I was going into our little.
Among the most accomplished athletes in Prescott High School history, Casey led in 4 sports and was named all conference a total 11 times in 3 sports. Casey finished her high school basketball career at Prescott as the school's all-time leader in points, rebounds, and steals. After a terrific career, Casey received an NCAA Division II scholarship to play basketball at Morehead State, where she played for 4 years with the Dragons. Last week, most Cardinal fans know that Isabella Lenz surpassed Casey, becoming Prescott's all-time leading scorer. At this time, we ask that Bella Lenz come to center court. Casey Sharp would like to present an award recognizing Bella as the all-time leading scorer in Prescott girls basketball history.
There's tonight's senior guard, Bella Lenz, accepting a little award from. I actually talked to the athletic director at Morehead State is kind of luck of the draw, a good friend of mine named Doug Peters, no relation, and I asked him about her, and he said she was a heck of a player for the Dragons, and a very nice young adult.
Sure. Excellent student athlete, I'm sure.
At guard, a sophomore, number 4, Maria.
Oh,
Like
the
this
PA
guy.
guy for the Cardinals has the sophomore going.
I like him.
At guard, a freshman, number 10, Kia Struck. At forward, a sophomore, number 12, Ella Peters. At forward, a senior,
Get a little
number
dance.
22, Rachel Randleman.
Same starting 5 for the Wildcats.
Senior, number 32, Taylor
Fit, Strop, Peters, Randleman, and the crusher, Taylor Caston.
Introducing the starting lineup for the Cardinals of Prescott.
J-Dub, how's the court sound okay for you? Or?
You can go up a little bit, I believe.
You can log in to River Falls Sports and live chat with us on YouTube. We'll
If
give
you're having some problems and you want to know how to comment and it won't let you, you have to hit the subscribe button.
Yes.
And then once you hit the subscribe button, then you'll be able to make some comments and chime in.
The subscription is worth it, and it's free.
It is scot-free. Well, Prescott likes the R's. They have a sign over here that says relationships, respect, relevance, rigor, and responsibility. But right now, we're going to play some
Well played.
high school girls basketball.
I don't know how you do it, Greg. So
I was-
witty. And the Bill Walton impersonation last night was
Speaking of ours, the
amazing.
running rebel, Rachel Randleman. The Cats are going to need a big game from her if they're going to get back in the win column.
We have our own R's.
Stolen by Lila Postuma. There's a three-point attempt by Lenz. No good. Rebounded by the running rebel. Tori Bink knocks it out of bounds off Randleman's leg. It's going to be Cardinal basketball. Just underway here in the fighting city of Prescott, Wisconsin. 10 miles southwest of River Falls. For some of those Australians listening in tonight. All the way to the hole is number 3, Sydney Matzik. Cardinals up by 2. Randleman running point guard duties for the Wildcats. And she's guarded by Tori Bink. Randleman down low to the crusher, Taylor Caston.
Good idea. Pass was just a little low.
Turnover, Cardinal ball. Matzik, point guard duties for the Cardinals. Lenz guarded by Randleman. Inside to Nicole Dahlman, no good. Rebounded by Postuma. Matzik for 3, no good. And Caston, the crusher, comes down with the rebound, an errant pass. It's stolen by Bink. Wildcats starting out in the 2-3 zone.
Well, we're sitting,
No,
man.
no, yeah. Lentz all the way to the hole, blocked by Caston.
Nice.
It'll stay here, Cardinal ball under the basket. Lentz has an explosive step. Randleman's not slow herself. Caston with another block, but she's going to be called with the foul as Nicole Dahlman will head to the line for 2 shots. The 5'11 senior averaging 18 points a game and just over 10 rebounds per contest as well. Think about that for a second too, Melissa. For somebody to get, I think Lenz is right at about like 1,600 points,
Yeah.
but you start doing the math on that.
Yeah.
It's not in if you're, averaging, she's right around 19 points a game, but I mean, that's just consistently in and out every single night if you do the math on it.
Well, and in the state of Wisconsin, you can't play high school basketball until 9th grade.
Right.
Across the border, they start, I think, at 8th. I think they can play. So that's just 4 years.
Randleman backdoor, Strop found her. Nice pass inside to Caston, up and good.
Good basketball.
Wildcats down by 1. Great ball movement by the Wildcats. Inside, another block by Caston.
All ball.
The crusher is all over the down low post. Posthume is a 6-foot freshman. Dahlman down low, up and good. Cardinals up by 3. Lenz guarding Strop. Peters guarded by the freshman, Posthuma. Maria Vitt with a little left-handed runner in the lane, no good. Rebounded once again by Dahlman. Lenz for 3, no good. That's going to be out of bounds on, whoop, they called it on out of bounds on Randleman. Matzik and Randleman were scrapping for that loose ball. Lenz for 3. Doesn't hit anything. Back outside to Tori Bink. Her three-pointer is off the top of the backboard. No good. Rebounded by the crusher.
And again, the Cardinals bring pressure right away.
Cardinals with a lot of shot attempts early on. Not a lot to show for it. There's a steal by Matzik. Quickly brings it up the court. Lenz inside to Dahlman. Stolen loose ball steal by Peters. And here comes the running Rebel as Coach Ian Stick calls a timeout. 13:43 left in the first half. Low-scoring ball game. Cardinals up by 3.
All right, let's get this initial action. Rach, let's start on this side. Ella, you're here. Hey, Vitt, you're over here. Hey, let's run cross, but so we're running it from this way. Kia, you're attacking here. Follow, get the ball screen for Rachel. Rachel, you attack here. Caston, make sure you get opposite Rachel when she's right. You got to make sure you get opposite, and then Vitt, make sure you get up to this next level over here. Because if this isn't here and Caston's not there, then we have this loop action coming in here. They're not switching things, right? We just got to be more patient. Calm down offensively, right? Attack the floor. They're not. Their pressure isn't any better than we've seen, right? We're too scared of getting into them right now. Let's go. We need to attack more.
Kids on 3, 1, 2, 3, go!
I think Stick used his dad voice there when he said, calm down. Relax. It's going to be okay.
Do you think he walks around his house with like plays and paper, coming out of the back?
We always
That's
did
a good
when we
spot
coached,
for it, though.
didn't you?
Strop double teamed out front. She gets it over to Randleman. Randleman for 3.
And it's good.
Nothing but the bottom of the net for the running Rebel, Rachel Randleman. Randleman's 3 ties up the ball game at 5 apiece. 13:20 left in the first half. Lenz over to a wide open Posthuma baseline jumper. No good. Rebounded by Lenz. And Randleman hits it out of bounds.
Good hustle by Vitt and Randleman.
Well, just like Coach Stick said, settle down, look for your shot. Randleman did just that. Ties the ball game up for the Wildcats.
I like our defense intensity. We're talking out there on defense.
Number 15, Dahlman, the post player for the Cardinals, is verbally committed to St. Kate's, and there's been some chat as Lenz's shot is no good and rebounded by Randleman, as Rachel Randleman is in talks with St. Kate's to continue her basketball career.
Great.
There as well. Ella Peters in the lane, looks to shoot a jumper and then does not. Randleman directing traffic for the Wildcats. Peters with a jumper, in and out, no good. Rebounded by the crusher, and she's fouled by Dahlman. Taylor Caston to the line for 2 shots. Back-to-back nights, Caston's been active
Yes.
right out of the gate. The Crushers' first attempt up, no good. Cheech Whiter at the docket for the Wildcats. She'll be coming in for Caston if she makes this shot. Caston's going to get a play a little bit longer. The Hacksaw Jordan Schwann's also ready to come in. There's Lenz down low. Nice pass to Dahlman with the left hand up and good.
Great pass.
Well, Lenz set the school record for assists, a career assist the other night, too, and you can see why
Really?
right there. Same game as Durand. Nice split by Kia Strop over to Peters. She goes baseline. Nice pass
dish.
inside to the Crusher. Back out to Vitt from Peters. No good. Rebounded by Dahlman. There come the Prescott's getting the ball down the court and getting back just like we talked about. But they have a lid on their rim as well.
Coach Stick telling our squad to slow down a little bit, set it up.
Watch it. Yeah.
Rachel Randleman and Nicole Dahlman have played AAU basketball for quite a few years, so they do know each other.
That's always fun when you see those matchups out on the court.
Strop up and good on her first attempt. In for the Wildcats, number 30, Dorothy Cheech Whiter, and the Hacksaw, Jordan Schwanns.
11 minutes to go in the first half.
Strop, second attempt, no good. Nice rebound by Whiter. It's going to be off Dahlman's hand. Wildcat ball. Peters will take it under the baseline. Referees are going to call Cheech Whiter with a moving screen. That's Cheech's first foul. Team's second. Cardinals up by 1, 11-11 left in the first half. The Crusher is on the bench taking a break, getting a little breather. Lenz down low. She pulls up for a little jumper against Randleman. Rebounded by Dahlman. Nice work down low. Peters snuck back in and gets a loose ball tie-up with Tori Bink. And it'll be Wildcat ball. Yeah, I don't think that's right, but yeah, it's Prescott ball. Dahlman into the lane. She's over the back on Cheech Whiter. It's not called. Dahlman up. They're going to call a foul on Cheech Whiter on the shot. Cheech, that's her second foul, team third.
They got to start using their bodies to push them back so that over the back is a little more obvious.
Dahlman's first free throw attempt up and good. Cardinals up by 2. Dahlman good for both of her free throws. And the Cardinals put on a full court press. A wide open Jordan Schwanns. They're going to try to trap her in the corner. And it's going to be a jump ball. This will be Wildcat ball. And Coach Rob Radloff calls a timeout. Let's see what Coach Ian Stick has to say for his Wildcats. Or not.
I think he's a little fired up right now.
Maybe not.
Well, we've had some. We're breaking the press pretty well,
Yeah,
Melissa
yeah.
and Justin, and just a couple of maybe 2-3 times, just not catching the ball.
Yeah, and
This is slipping out of your hands, and then create a turnover or turns into a jump ball situation.
not getting the rebounds we should get either. So we'll see if that changes here a little bit.
Wildcats actually haven't had a lot of shots, and Prescott has probably tripled their shot production, but luckily for the Wildcats, Prescott has been a little chilly from the field in the first 8 minutes of this ball game. Matzik hits Lenz. Lenz looking for Dahlman down low. Dahlman guarded by Cheech Whiter.
Good defense. Yeah. Dorothy Whiter playing great defense.
Now in for the Wildcats, the microwave, Olivia Pizzi.
Got to anticipate that trap coming. Get ahead of it. Nice.
Randleman to Schwann. Schwann's down low. She battles her way to the basket. Throws up one off the backboard. No good. And rebounded by Dahlman. Here come the Cardinals. Tori Bink gets away with a little hop, skip, and a jump. They don't call it, but she gets 2. Cardinals up by 5. Stolen by Lenz and laid up by Bink. And just like that, Cardinals with a 7-point lead. Randleman having a difficult time running the point guard duties for the Wildcats. And Sydney Matzik lays it up after the steal by Bink. Bink has hit the floor a little hard. Hope she's okay. Aaron Boatman now in for the Cardinals.
Prescott has put on a very disciplined press.
Cardinals with 8 straight points to take a 15-6 lead. Peter's going to try taking up against Posthuma. Pizzi to Schwanns. The hacksaw barrels her way down low, and she's going to be called with a charge. She took the basketball in a 2x4 and went barreling into the lane. Also in for the Cardinals, number 2, Brinley Gehring. Good hustle by the microwave. Olivia Pizzi knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay here. Cardinal basketball. Now in for the Cardinals, it's Posthuma, Lenz, Gehrig, Dahlman, and Boatman. Nice pass from Lenz to Dahlman.
Great pass.
Outside to Gehring. Gehring for 3. No good. Rebounded by Lenz. Up and good. That's 10 straight points for the Cardinals. They're staked to a 17-6 lead with 8:22 left in the first half. Kia Strop went out of the ball game, and they've had some ball handling issues since.
Nice pass.
Dorothy Whiter in the lane, no good. Rebounded by Lenz. And the Cardinals are out and running. The freshman, Posthuma, running like a deer, coast to coast, lays it in for the Cardinals. 12-0 run for Prescott.
Good drive.
Peters outside to Pizzi. Pizzi for 3. No good. Rebounded by Dahlman. Good kick out from the pistol. That's what I think it's going to take tonight, Melissa. A lot of inside and out action where you drive it in, dish it back out for some wide open threes.
Taking care of the ball when you do drive inside.
Coach Rob Radloff for the Cardinals barking out some instructions for his squad. Nice left hand by Lenz, up and under. It's good. 21-6 with 7 minutes left in the ball game.
I think that play opens up the lane for Lenz to do what she does best.
Randleman dribbles it off Lenz's leg, but they're going to give it to the Cardinals. Now back in for the Wildcats. Number 10, the Steamboat, Kia Strop. Now in for the Wildcats, Pizzi, Whiter, Strop, Schwans, and Peters. Dorothy Whiter knows a lot of these girls, too, personally. Rebounded there by Ella Peters.
Great box out by Ella.
Whiter went to elementary school, grew up in Prescott in her earlier years. Schwann's down low, no good. Rebounded. Pizzi, I think that shot was blocked by Gehring.
Got her on the arm there, I think.
And they're going to call a foul on Brinley Gehring, her first, team third. The microwave, Olivia Pizzi at the line for 2 shots. First free throw up and good. Back in for the Wildcats, number 32, the Crusher, Taylor Caston. In for the Cardinals, number 5, Katrina Budworth. Budworth was running up and down the court for the JVers just a little bit ago.
Yes.
Rebounded by Boatman and out to Budworth. Well, I tell you what, this Prescott team, a senior-laden team with great senior leadership from Bella Lenz and Nicole Dahlman, and you can see that experience. Lenz not flustered at all, just holds the ball there and throws it on a nice backdoor cut. Nice pass from Strop inside to the Crusher, and the Crusher is going to head to the line for 2 free throws. Well, with about 11 minutes left in the first half, it was a 7-6 ball game, and about 6 minutes later, Cardinals up 23-7. The Crushers' first free throw up and no good. In for the Wildcats, number 4, Maria Vitt. Now in for the Cardinals, number 12, Riley Radloff. Little scrum for the ball, picked up. That's going to be backcourt on the Cardinals and Wildcat ball. Strop handling point guard duties for the Wildcats. She gets a little flustered out top and loses her handle as well.
I'm sure she's not happy with herself right now. Shake it off.
Yeah, Strop just back in the game. That was her second offensive series after coming back in. Lenz with a host of Wildcats on her. Lenz comes out of the scrum with it. Rebounded by the Crusher. Well, I tell you what, the Cardinals are staked to a 16-point lead, and they're actually not shooting that well from the outside, which is a little scary. Nice pass inside from
Great
the
pass.
microwave to the crusher. Pizzy to Caston. Wildcats trying to cut back into the lead before halftime. There's a three-point attempt by Radloff, rebounded by the Hacksaw. I can hear Jason Schwann screaming at the TV right now. Or whatever device he's watching the game on.
Maybe in the she shed.
Schwann's all
Nice
the way to the hole.
move.
The Hacksaw slices and dices her way in for 2 points. Wildcats cutting into the lead a little bit.
We need to see more of that. Just taking it to the hoop.
When I was doing a little bit of research trying to get some stats and stuff online and on Twitter and different social media outlets, they had a lot of different highlights from Bella Lenz, over the last year and then mostly last year and stuff. But Prescott does run a lot of isolation plays where they'll filter people in and they get them on the other side and then try to leave her with just her and the defender on one half of the court. And that's been a pretty good recipe for Coach Radloff and the Cardinals. And past games and tonight as well. Lenz throws a fastball to Gehring down low. Rebounded by the Crusher. Strop and Pizzy calling for the ball. Pizzy for three from Randleman. No good, but rebounded by the Crusher. She loses her handle. And Budworth comes the other way. Up, no good. Ball secured by the Running Rebel. The Running Rebels getting double teamed in the front court. Excuse me, the back court.
Pass. Good court.
Caston's going to be called, I think, for her second foul, team sixth. Nicole Dahlman and Sydney Matzik back in for the Cardinals.
I want to take a minute to thank First National Bank of River Falls, Prescott, and on the University of Wisconsin River Falls campus for sponsoring River Falls sports here this first half of basketball in Prescott, Wisconsin.
Melissa, check. There's a three-pointer by Lenz. No good. Caston boxes out, textbook style, but rebounded by Lenz and Dahlman. The Crusher with another block. Check and see what the boys' basketball score is.
They just started. 14 minutes
Justin's
left. They
on
are
it.
down 11-4 to Eau Claire North.
Here come the Cardinals. And they're going to
Good
call
disruption.
Tori Bink with a travel. I think she injured a thumb on that play. Tori Bink's gotten a little beat up this game. She looks like she hit her
Hopefully she's
scrum
okay.
earlier, and then looks like she hurt a thumb there. Here comes the Running Rebel. Loses the handle on it. And I think they're going to call a foul on Gehring.
On Gehring.
That's Gehring's second.
Next foul for both teams. They'll be in the bonus. Peters inbounds to Randleman.
Good idea.
Randleman with an errant backdoor cut pass, and Strop is called with the foul. Last night we did a lot better job of ball faking those, and if it wasn't there, we weren't throwing it. Tonight has not been the case. Prescott much more active, though, than Memorial on the defensive pressure.
Absolutely. Pressure is always on high.
Lila Posthuma at the line for 1-and-1 for the Cardinals. No good, but rebounded by Dahlman. And there's a three-point attempt by Gehring. Her three-pointer is no good. Bella Lenz is going to try her hand at three. The Cardinals have been ice cold from behind the arc, but not inside of the arc, as Sydney Matzik hits a shot over the crusher. Cardinals up by 14.
It's definitely a height difference, but we got to start crashing the boards a little better. Those were three
Peters
offensive.
inside the crusher. The crusher shot is no good. I liked how Peters brought the ball up under control, got it inside to the crusher. Three-point attempt by Matzik, no good. 29 seconds left in the first half. See if the Wildcats can cut this one to 11 or 12 before the half.
That'd be great. Good pass.
Peters over to Randleman. Randleman for three. You
Nice.
can count it. Nothing but the bottom of the net for the running Rebel.
All right, let's
And they
hold
do
him here.
creep back within 11
Let's hold him
as
here.
the clock winds down. Bella Lenz all the way to the hole. Her jump shot is good. And the Cardinals take a 27-14 lead into the locker room. Well, we're going to head right into some of our halftime entertainment.
Sorry about that. I looked right at it and I'm like, this way.
Oh, yeah.
You want to hit the floor, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to do
So we don't hear the referee banter. All right, we're going to have some Wildcat trivia. If you pop up this guy. And this Wildcat trivia is sponsored by the Sugar Shack Syrup Company. And the first correct answer will win a free bottle of homemade syrup from the Sugar Shack right out of River Falls, Wisconsin via Menominee. This River Falls resident was the leading hitter in the 1983 Wisconsin American Legion State Tournament, hitting a svelte 476. This guy's squad lost to Kimberly, the Papermakers, in the state title game. No, like we said before, it's not Jimmy Gantner. It's not Jeffrey Dahmer. But here's your clue. This guy had power at the plate as he hit 2 home runs in the state title game, and he also has power in his everyday job. That's your
Ooh,
clue.
a lot
Who
of
is
power.
this? Now, you guys can text who you think this is on YouTube on the page, and we're going to head in and listen to the interview we had with Bella Lenz, all-state guard for the Cardinals. And I'll turn down our mics so people can hear it a little better.
All right, everyone. With me here now is Isabella Lenz. Isabella, do you like to go by Isabella or Bella? I've heard both.
Most people call me Bella.
Okay. So with us is senior all-state guard for the Prescott Cardinals, Bella Lenz. And Bella, there's going to be some people that have ties to both River Falls and Prescott, watching this interview. But for those of them that don't know you, we'll ask a little question to kind of help them get to know you a little better. So the first question I'm going to ask you is not basketball related, but I guess it could be. But if you can invite any 3 people, living, alive, or dead, to dinner, who would you invite to dinner?
I would say probably Abe Lincoln, just because it'd be interesting to see how different he thought from the people of his time. But yeah, I think he would be a cool person to.
So right now at the table, you and Abe Lincoln are sitting there eating dinner. Who is the other 2 that you would invite?
Well, probably Young Thug. It's a rapper. I don't know if a lot of people would know who that is, but probably him. And then another rapper, Trippie Redd.
That's, that's a fearsome foursome right there. You, Abe Lincoln, and so I think it goes without saying that you like rap music. All right, good deal. Well, tell me a little bit about the season that you guys are having so far, team wise.
Well, I think we've been playing really well as a team. That's something that we've really been focusing on, because we know that if we don't focus on playing for each other, and kind of having that an end goal, there's, I don't know, nothing to really look forward to. So I think we've been playing well as a team, and everyone's been trying to adjust to different roles this year. Something that is a little different is I've been playing a wing when, I don't know, I guess sometimes I play point, but I've been trying to adjust to that wing position. And then we got Sydney and Brinley playing our two kind of point guards. And then the rest of the girls are also adjusting really well to playing their position. But that's another thing that Coach Radloff has really been trying to, I guess, ingrain into us is play your role, do what you got to do for the team. And yeah.
Have you had to play a little bit of kind of mother hen a little bit with some of the younger girls on the team? You know, you being a senior now.
Yeah, but I think they all kind of do their best to just obviously do their best on the court.
What now? Recently, this is pretty ironic and kind of incredible. Is you set the all-time Prescott scoring record. And in the same game, you also set the all-time school record in assists as well. What does an accomplishment like that mean to you?
I think it just kind of shows that some of my hard work has paid off. But yeah, I guess that's probably what it would mean to me.
So what, I mean, tell the, I guess for some of those people that don't know, and we actually have quite a few youth girls basketball players and their team, they watch the games online and stuff too, but tell them for some of the younger girls that are coming up through, whether it be Prescott or River Falls or just anyone watching, like, so when you say like, hey, it took a lot of hard work, like spell that out. What does that hard work mean? Like, what does it look like?
I guess putting in time outside of just your regular practice. And also there's going to be days when you don't want to go get a lift in or do that or put in that extra work, but it's just pushing past that and getting in the extra work. Because a lot of people, they just don't want to do it, but you have to look past that and go and get it.
Well, and I think that one of the things too that also, not only are you an all-state guard, and obviously you've been recognized statewide too in that regard, but you're also one of the leading rebounders on your team. I know I was talking with Coach Radloff earlier this morning, and you're right behind Nicole Dahlman for one of the leading rebounders on the team, and from the guard position. And to me, that just tells me that you give effort and energy on both ends of the court all the time, is what that tells me.
Yeah, I think something that I really focus on is when I don't have the ball in my hands, what can I do to, I guess, better our game? And one of those things is obviously rebounding, and another thing is just moving off the ball, because in a lot of different games you'll see nobody moving off the ball, not just like in our games, but all across the board in basketball. And I think that's something that if people put into their game, it really helps the team a lot.
Getting a little dry.
So tell if you could give any advice for some of the younger girls watching that are, whether they're in elementary school or or middle school, but what is the best piece of, if you could give them one piece of advice, what would that be?
I would say
I just went in the bathroom and
just go 110% all the time.
Drank out of the toilet.
Feel like you can't, just push a little harder and it'll pay off in the end.
I usually like to get the
what's
yellow stuff because it's a little more nutritious.
Thing that you like most about playing basketball?
It's like drinking a diet.
I like how competitive it is. Lets you blow off a little steam if you ever have something outside that you kind of just want to get off your shoulders, and it also kind of is an escape from, I guess, reality.
So, and you recently verbally committed, or you signed actually? You recently signed with Michigan Tech. My brother-in-law will be extremely happy. He is a Michigan Tech grad in Houghton. But let everybody know, sort of what came into that decision and why you picked Michigan Tech.
Well, one of the biggest things was the coaches. As soon as Coach Hoyt started recruiting me, she made me feel like I was already a part of the team. And that was something that was kind of at the top of my list. And another thing was kind of just the program, if it fit my style of play. And I guess the last thing was kind of just the feel of the town and the school. And I got that through visiting. I went up to Houghton for a weekend. But yeah, I really connected with Coach White and Coach Jermu, and yeah.
Do you have any predictions for tonight's Prescott River Falls game at all?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I think if we just play our game, play good defense, work the ball on offense, we'll have a good game.
Okay. Well, Bella, it was very nice talking with you, and I really appreciate you taking the time out to chat with us. And good luck tonight. And we'll see. We'll be definitely either way. No matter what happens tonight, we'll be cheering for you. When you're playing for Michigan Tech too, because we're in this Western Wisconsin. We're middle border, Big Rivers, doesn't matter. We're cheering for each other.
Thank you.
All right. See you. Thanks a lot. Just one
See ya.
second.
All right. Yeah, there, ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuned in right there, that was all-state guard for the Prescott Cardinals, Bella Lenz. Took a little time out of her schedule this past week to actually yesterday to talk with us a little bit. She had some interesting people. That the first question I asked her was just to kind of let people know a lot of times with that question, and when you ask, who would you bring to dinner? What four people, living or dead, who would you bring to dinner? Yeah. So she said Abraham Lincoln, which I was impressed with that. And then she had two rappers that I had never heard of. So that'd be an interesting fearsome foursome at the dinner table.
Real quick before we go, because we are at about time to get the second half underway. You want to announce our winner?
Yeah. So the winner was Mike Noreen. Chimed in first. The winner of that, the guy that we were looking at was Kevin Westhouse. And Kevin is the River Falls Utilities Director. And Mike Noreen should have known that because he works with Mr. Westhouse down for the city of River Falls. Mike Noreen's daughter, Ava Noreen, the squirrel, had some action for the Wildcats in the first half. We'll get Mike Noreen his Sugar Shack syrup, and I know he likes it. And I do too.
Kevin Westhouse helps us a lot with these broadcasts. He's known as the Godfather for River Falls Sports.
They don't call him the Godfather for nothing.
We appreciate his help and expertise.
Randleman for three to start out the second half for the Wildcats. Rebounded by Lenz. She speeds up the court. Her pass inside to Sydney Matzik on the break, just a little deep. And the Cardinals are still going to put on the full court press.
Exactly what I was going to say, Greg. We're still seeing that from them.
Got to move. You got to move.
Ball.
Posthuma picks the pocket of Peters, but she gets it back. Strop wide open. She goes all the way to the hoop. Tries to hit Taylor Caston in the lane.
Good idea.
Wildcats getting a little bit more action on the dribble drive to start the second half. I want to thank the bearded balladeer, Josh Lassie. We had some hot mics there on accident for a little bit in the interview, right when I came back from getting a drink of water. This little knob right here just got barely turned up.
That's what makes it interesting.
Well, they can fire me if they want to.
I think that's in the contract. You get 2 strikes.
You get a couple of strikes.
Everybody does.
It's just good to know that Lassie was still listening.
That's right.
Peters kicks it over to Vitt. Vitt from the right side, no good, and rebounded once again by Dahlman. And Gehring's going to take it up the court for the Cardinals. Taylor Caston, the crusher, with another block. That's her 4th of the game. Kia Strop wheels and deals down low. No good. Little too strong. Caston loses the handle, stolen by Posthuma. She's up and good to the left. No good. Rebounded. Loose ball by Randleman. Here come the Cats. Randleman throws it right into Lenz's hands. There's Maria Vitt streaking to the basket and up and good.
Good hustle by Maria Vitt. Great look by Kia Strop. Let's see if we can get some more of that out of the Wildcats in the second half.
3-point attempt by Gehring. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Brinley Gehring with a 3. Cardinals up by 14. Strop and Randleman bringing the ball up for the Wildcats. Randleman hard into the lane, up and good. Explosive move by the running Rebel. Going to be out of bounds on Prescott. Wildcat ball. And for the Cardinals, number 10, Tori Bank. Bank's taking a beating here in this game. Toughing it out, though.
She is. She's playing tough.
She's got her right hand taped up. Wildcats get called with the 10-second violation. At some point in time, they took that away from girls basketball for some reason.
Oh.
But it's back. I mean, there was like a year or two where there was no 10s. Oh, if there's.
Oh.
Lenz for 3 from the baseline. Rebounded by Peters. She's going to bring it up the court. Reaching by Matzik, not called.
Good ball handling by Peters. There you go.
Bank's going to be called with the reach-in. Her second, team first here in the second half.
It's the first foul we've had in the second half.
Wildcats are going to take it out on the side. In for the Wildcats, Peters, Strop, Randleman, Vitt, and Kasten. They're going to get too legit to quit. Maria Vitt
A little hot
with the
there.
travel. How's our levels over there, J-Dub? They looking all right?
You're looking good.
All right.
Good.
Wildcats pack it into a little 1-2-2 zone.
Mm-hmm.
Posthuma for 3, no good. Rebounded, tough rebound by Dahlman. Lenz for 3, you can count that one. Randleman up to Strop. Strop stops and pops from 15. You can count that one too.
Nice little jumper for Strop.
That brings the Wildcats within 13. 13-23 left in the second half. Well, Bink got away with a little
hop herself.
Little hop. There's a 3-point attempt by Matzik, rebounded by the Crusher. Randleman battles her way into the lane. Bink takes another hard fall to the court. Bink looks like a strong kid. She bounces back pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Now in for the Wildcats, number 30, Cheech Whiter. Lenz guarding Strop.
Nice
Randleman
kick
for 3. No good. Rebounded by Dahlman. She gets it out quickly to Matzik, who brings it up the court. Wildcats get back to cover the hoop in good fashion. Matzik for 3. No good. Rebounded by the running Rebel. The running Rebel is going all the way to the hoop.
Good move.
I think they're going to call this one on Bink.
Foul on Lenz.
Oh, foul was on Bella Lenz, her second, team third. Randleman at the line for 2 shots, 12:40 left in the second half. Wildcats down by 13, now 12. Now in the game for the Cardinals, number 14, Aaron Boatman, the 5'11 junior. Randleman up for her second attempt. It's good. Wildcats back to within 11. Lenz for 3. No good. Rebounded by Bink. Back out to Lenz for another 3. You can count that one. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Bella Lenz. Cardinals back up by 14. Randleman and Strop aren't on the same page. Randleman slings it out of bounds. Cardinal ball. Now in for the Wildcats, number 21, Hacksaw Jordan Schwans.
Nice.
Stolen by Whiter. Vitt coming up the court on the left side, inside to Whiter. Whiter goes all the way to the hoop, up and no good. Rebounded by Dahlman. Lenz over to Matzik for 3, no good. Tough rebound by Cheech.
Good box out by Whiter.
Bink making the running rebel work hard, bringing the ball up. Randleman to her left, over to Strop. Strop wheels and deals in the lane, over to Whiter, blocked by Boatman. And here come the Cardinals. Great pass by Lenz, up ahead to Boatman. Boatman streaking down the left side. Cardinals up by 16, and Coach Ian Sticht will call a timeout.
Shooting over the top of people is not going to get you the free throw line or get the ball in the basket. Great, go to the bench. Go to the bench. Go over here. Go over here. Okay, who's out there? Who's my 5th? Jordan is out there? Hey, offensively right now, you guys, right? Keep attacking. We've got some good looks out there, right? We need more actions, though. It's what happens when we have short possessions. Their transition game is that's how they get going right now, right? We got to keep attacking. How many fouls do they have? They have 3 fouls, right? We have to be more aggressive out there, okay? We're letting them defensively dictate what we're doing on the perimeter. We're too much interested in dribbling on the out this way, right? We have to attack and get some contact out there, okay? And then look for that open person. People, 2s and 3s, make sure you're stretching or coming back to the ball, right? When that person jumps up. Hey, defensively, again, it's the rebounding, right? Every single point they scored against 12, second chance opportunities, right? We got a good possession. We got a rebound right now. That's desire. We got to have more desire right now.
10 on 3. 1, 2, 3, catch.
Yeah.
Well, the Wildcats need a little sabotage here with 10:50 left in the second half.
Well, it'd be great to see. Prescott takes off the full court press.
Olivia Pizzi, the microwave, now in for the Wildcats. Schwans for 3 from the corner, no good. And rebounded by Lenz, over to Dahlman, back to Lenz, and up to Boatman like a broken record. The Cardinals are running up and down the court like a track meet.
That's what Stick talked about in that timeout, was the transition game. They're quick.
Dahlman on the boards, Lenz pushing it up the court. And Boatman streaking down the left side for the last 2 points for the Cardinals. Cardinals push it out to an 18-point ball game. Good closeout defense there by Tori Bink. There's a three-point basket by the running rebel, Rachel Randleman.
Good patience on that defensive or offensive set down the court.
That's what Rachel does well. She sets up and gets her shot. Those set shot three-pointers, she's
money.
They're definitely going to go in more times than they don't. Schwann's guarding Boatman on with the ball. Back down and low to Dahlman now. Dahlman all the way to the hoop. She'll be fouled by Dorothy Whiter. Cheech going to be called, I believe, with her third foul. And team first. Nicole Dahlman at the line for 2 shots. Her first one is up and good. $16-point lead for the Cardinals, 9-10 left remaining in the game. Second one no good, rebounded by the Hacksaw. Well, the Wildcats are going to have to pull a rabbit out of their hat. Prescott packing the zone in, and Ian Stick's going to call a timeout.
30-second
Full timeout,
timeout.
please.
Oh, full timeout.
Oh, I threw my marker in the toilet. Okay, hey, we're running 30 though. They're against the 2-3, right? So Rachel's right here. Rachel's right here, right? Kia's right here. Okay, Olivia, you're right there. Who's my high post to start? Jordan's right there, and then Dorothy's down here. Okay, hey, ball comes here. We flash here. We come here. This bubble, ball gets reversed. Jordan, you come down to that short corner. Dorothy, get up there like that. Hey, even against one running 40 out there, we had good patience. We got the look we wanted to out there, right? Hey, defensively again right now, we got to turn up the pressure right now. We can't let them just run actions and get shots and get to the free throw line. We got to make sure we box out. If we help and get to that gap, we got to stick that gap so the player just can't step through us, right? We got to do better at that. Let's go. Come on. Finish strong here.
Cats on 3. 1, 2, 3,
Cats.
Well, Coach Stick's mic's in the toilet, he said.
It's marker.
And some of the Wildcats' ball handling has been there as well. As were the my microphone at halftime.
I have a marker in my bag. I should go see if he wants to borrow it for
I have a Pahacek General Contracting
pen.
fountain pen in my pocket.
I still have Expo markers from when we were coaching last year.
Same 5 in for the Wildcats. Randleman, Pizzi, Schwans, Whiter, and Strop. Pizzi's pass stolen by Bink. Bink hits the floor hard once again. That girl's been down and dirty tonight for the Cardinals. In for the Cardinals, Gehring, Bink, Boatman, Dahlman, and Lenz. Randleman guarding Lenz, and Dahlman guarded by Cheech Whiter. Dahlman with a nice drive to the basket. Nice left hand. That puts Prescott up by 18. 8:07 left in the ballgame. Cardinals extending their defensive zone. Pizzi goes in, stolen by Dahlman. Here come the Cardinals. And Dahlman once again goes to her left and takes the hacksaw to school with the left hand off the backboard. There's Olivia Pizzi from way downtown. Randleman found her wide open on the right side, and Pizzi drills the three-point basket. I can tell Coach Rob Radlow that defense is one that the Wildcats are going to fare well against.
Yeah.
I've seen him play too many times. Nicole Dahlman down low. It's been Dahlman the last 3 times down the court. And the Cardinals stay in their half-court trap zone. It worked that time. Strop throws it out of bounds. In for the Wildcats, number 32, Taylor Caston. Ella Peters back in the ball game for the Wildcats. 6:39 left in the second half. Cardinals up by 19. Boatman from the baseline. Count it. Maria Vitt hits a wide open Pizzi over in the corner, down low. Caston. Peters back out to Schwanz. Schwanz for 3. No good. Rebounded by Peters. Up. No good. She'll be fouled by Dahlman. And Peters will go to the line for 2 shots. Once again, Melissa, Justin, I like that. Driving in, Ella drove in there and kicked it back out to Schwanz. We get some wide open threes.
And they'll fall for Schwanz.
Yeah, for sure. Posthuma back in for the Cardinals as Peters lines up for her second attempt. First one, no good. Her second one tickles the twine. Now in for the Wildcats, Vitt, Schwanz, Pizzi, Peters, and Caston. There's a 3-point attempt. Good for Bella Lenz. Bella Lenz is heating up from beyond the arc here in the second half. Stolen by Boatman over to Lenz. Dahlman to Posthuma, rebounded by Lenz. Lenz up, and you can count that. The hoop and the hack. Lenz will go to the line for 1 shot. Well, at this point in the game, J-Dub, Melissa, you have to start working on some things, and let's see if they can.
We got to clean it up, right? We got to get good passes. We got to just be fundamentally strong here and really just work on that.
Lenz steals the pass from Pizzi. Dahlman with the, that was Bink with the rebound. Up, no good a couple of times. Rebounded by Schwanz. That was Dahlman, excuse me. Peters' attempt from the baseline, no good. Rebounded by Dahlman. What would Coach Josh Lassie be doing about right now if he was on the sidelines coaching?
We would be putting him on the scorebook with a sucker.
Always had a couple
long
of
rebound by
Pizzi.
Pizzi's pass deflected out of bounds by Lenz. In for the Wildcats, number 2, the Squirrel, Ava Noreen. In for the Cardinals, number 3, Sydney Matzik. Also in for Prescott, number 12, Riley Radloff.
Ava Noreen's parents won the Wildcat trivia.
And Mike Noreen said he loves the Sugar Shack syrup more than life itself, but he actually owns the company, which may or may not be known. And he said he would gladly give a bottle away to the third place winner, which I'll check and see who that was.
I don't know if there was.
I don't think there was.
They were 1 and 2.
Sarah Dusick, she sent a text to me, but the rules specifically stated you have to get on the YouTube and say it.
Yeah.
So technically, Sarah Dusick did not win the Sugar Shack syrup.
That's the thing with those smart TVs. When you're watching on your smart TV.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that.
You don't. Well, that's me at home. Then I got to bring it up on my phone. And log in and play the trivia on my phone.
Doesn't that double the views?
It probably does. Yeah, at the Wilson house, for sure.
Peters' pass stolen right out of midair from Bella Lenz up to Boatman. Boatman corrals it, and she's up and good for 2.
Good hustle back by Vitt. Giving some effort there.
Lenz has stolen about 29 passes out of the air. We might try a bounce pass one of these days.
Or
she's super quick.
And bounce pass too.
She's quick and long.
Like there.
Yep.
Bella Lenz with another steal up ahead to Boatman. Off Boatman's hands. It'll be Wildcat ball. Cheech Whiter now in the game for the Wildcats. The squirrel, Ava Noreen, over on the left side. She's got her trigger finger ready to go, looking ready to shoot. Cheech Whiter comes in with a Riley Radloff is going to go to the line for 2 shots.
Fall on Noreen.
Radloff's first attempt, no good.
Rob Derry just chimed in with Kevin Westhouse for the 3rd place winner.
For the win.
For the win.
Rob Derry won himself a bottle of the Sugar Shack syrup.
I think he tried to answer the question on the boys' game first.
Oh, he's multitasking.
Unprecedented if you win 2 trivia questions in the same night from 2 different sports,
Rob,
2 different teams.
You can put that on your resume. I can help you with that.
Matzik steals the ball from Vitt. Up ahead to Izzy Matzik. Both Matzik sisters on the court at the same time for the Cardinals.
3 and 4.
Sydney, a senior. Izzy, a sophomore. Both at 5'4". Blocked by Whiter, but she's going to be called with the foul. Boy, looking up at the banners for the Cardinals up here on the east side of the school. I got kind of
left
lost.
side.
Yeah, we're gonna go left side.
It's the east side. You're right, Greg.
East side of the
nice
school.
job.
I don't know if either of you watched that in 2018 when the Prescott boys team, as Radloff's free throw is up and good. When the Prescott boys team won the state title, did you guys watch that game at all?
The game.
The ending was you can YouTube it. It's unbelievable. Brookshaw came. I don't even remember the team they played, but some of the fans can probably tell us. But they came down and the other team came down and shot a 3 like at the buzzer.
Yeah.
I mean, not at the buzzer, but like a couple seconds left, and Brookshaw just got it, ran down the court and heaved up a 3, and that's how they won.
Really?
Right at the buzzer.
Oh.
We have got to stop dribbling and just picking it up.
Yes.
We got to keep our dribbles alive.
The Hacksaw's dad, Jason Schwans, texted me a little bit earlier, and he said if we pick up the ball 40 feet from the basket, pick up the dribble, he was gonna start throwing stuff at the TV.
Well, he's probably done that by now.
Vitt inbounding the ball for the Wildcats.
We've got 2 sisters on the court right now, too. Got the Whiter sisters out there. Daphne and Dorothy.
Prescott's have the Matzik sisters, and the Wildcats have the Whiter sisters. The Dancer and Cheech. 1:46 left in the ball game. Cardinals up by 30.
Josh Lassie coming up with a very good note.
What did the bearded balladeer have to say?
Hang on, I got to start the clock. Giving his coaching insight. No sucker needed at this time.
Guess not.
There's a scrum on the floor. The squirrel's getting after it.
1:24 left in the second half.
When when Ava Noreen makes a steal, and she takes it, excuse me, coast to coast, she's known as the flying squirrel.
I love that.
Hacksaw Jordan Schwanz knocks the ball out of bounds, but will stay here with the Cardinals. We have a few things on tap for some games later on in the season. It's going to be a thing called Guest the Masked Dancer. The Masked Dancer.
Oh, really?
So not face mask, not a COVID mask, but like a Halloween mask.
Oh, wow.
So we already have some local celebrities that have already
That's exciting.
Taken from the hit show.
agreed to participate.
Are they good singers?
Well, no, they're going to dance.
Oh yeah, dance.
They're really good singers, but not very good dancers.
And they could be good singers. But
Nice move by Jordan Schwantz. Take
the
it to the hoop.
hacksaw all the way to the rack.
Great job, Schwantz.
There's Elizabeth Roll. She had a good game in the
She
JV
did.
game earlier.
She's a good ball
tonight.
player. She's fun to watch.
Radloff, the coach's daughter from the baseline, she's going to go to the line once again. Yeah, there is some local celebrities that will chime in. Will show their little dance video, and then people can try to guess who it is. We'll give them a few clues, but we won't give it away.
Okay. Should be fun.
But I will say we've had some people agree that are in some very high places in town.
Wow.
And they have agreed to support girls basketball and provide some entertainment as the hacksaw shoots a three. Rebounded by Stutz. Radloff with a three. No good off the, what do you want to call that?
The piping.
Bracket?
Well, it was like a strap. A piping strap. Piping, yeah.
Oh, sure. 20 seconds left in this game.
The steel support.
Want to take one last time to thank our sponsor, River Falls, First National Bank of River Falls, Prescott, and on the UWRF campus. For all your banking needs, commercial, personal, lending, give them a call.
Radloff, no good. Rebounded by Cheech. And there's your final, ladies and gentlemen. That game was all Prescott all the time. They win by a final of 60-31. Prescott's got a good ball club. They improved to 8-2 on the year. Wildcats dropped to 1-6. Well, Melissa, your take, then Justin, and then we'll wrap this thing up and head north on Highway 35 back home.
Well, I got to give a lot of credit to this Prescott team. They're a good ball club, disciplined, good ball handlers, can shoot the ball inside and out. We didn't see them shoot from the outside, I don't think as much as maybe is normal tonight, but a good ball club. I would say going into practice before the game Friday, just working on passing, making good passes, and then rebounding. I think that was a key factor in this game as well. Justin?
Go ahead, Justin.
No, yeah, I mean, it was obviously a 60-31 game, right? There's a lot of things that we can work on, but I think a lot of it comes back down to just fundamentals and confidence, right? We need to be a little bit more confident with the ball and confident with the moves we're doing because there's talent out there, right? But right now we're kind of second-guessing things a little bit here and there and just fundamentals, right? Keep your dribble, good passes. We're getting down low and we're bringing the ball down to the ground and it's making it easy to steal. Just those little things we got to clean up and get better at, which is going to turn around and help us get on the other side of this 60-31 score. So. Sure.
Yeah, well, the Cardinals came in senior-laden team and led by Dahlman and Linz, and that was their recipe tonight. Linz and Dahlman both led the Cardinals on the offensive and defensive sides of the court. Once again, there's your final. Prescott 60, River Falls 31. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you Friday night.